Well, after my round of 16 predictions really didn't get off to a good start, where I predicted Nigeria to move on against Tunisia, they didn't. I predicted Gabon to beat Burkina Faso, they didn't. Ever since then, it's been rather predictable to me, because the other four teams that have gone through so far, with Cameroon, Gambia, we had Senegal, and now Morocco, yeah, it's what I expected. It's what I predicted. And the result doesn't come as a shock, but you have to give it to Malawi, though. They've played well at the tournament. They've really played well at the tournament, coming through the group stage as one of the best third-place teams, to come up against Morocco, who had topped their group. That was always going to be a big test against a team like Morocco, who has World Cup pedigree, who won the AFCON before, albeit being in 1976, if I'm not mistaken. That's a long time. They haven't won it since then. And Morocco, they do not perform well in knockout stage games. And this is them getting the monkey off their backs here now by getting rid of a very, very annoying and gritty Malawi team. So I like to take the time to say, well played, Malawi, but I knew your tournament would have come to an end when you come up against Morocco here. Morocco didn't look too bad during the group stages, but I think they would have improved as the tournament progressed. And this game is a tricky game to analyze, because the scoreline says 2-1, but I think Morocco really dominated, with Malawi just defending, setting up the low block, and taking whatever opportunity they can on the counter. And that's exactly what they did in the 7th minute, when Gabadino Mahango scored what I think could be the goal of the tournament. That was an audacious, a ridiculous, and an outrageous strike from way out to beat the goalkeeper, who was a bit off his line. So at that moment, I was saying to myself, are we going to see an upset today? But we didn't. Before I get further in, I like to say the officiating was a lot better in this game. And it looks as if it's, I don't know the referee's name, but I think he had a dodgy game in the tournament already. I might be wrong, but I think he did. Let's just focus on today. I think he did rather well. I think a lot of the other referees could actually take a page out of his book, because I think he handled the game very well. He made some solid decisions. Maybe some of you guys might not agree when it comes to the handball decision in the end. There are a few penalty shouts, and I think he held steady and he didn't fold under pressure. I think a lot of these referees are folding under pressure when they get sent to that monitor and they have to do a review. So, you know what I mean? The referee with the Senegal Cape Verde game, I think, was horrible. And you might not agree, but this is just my opinion. So early goal by Mango put in Morocco under a lot of pressure there, because you're coming up against a minnow. Like, let's be real here. Let us be real. Malawi, Gambia, Comoros, all these teams are minnows. When you think about the FIFA ranking and everything, they're minnows. But they have played very brave football throughout the tournament so far and deserves a lot of credit. And the FIFA ranking should improve after what they've done at the tournament, and they should, garner a lot of respect going forward. So we can't take these teams lightly. Another thing I did notice is that the fact that the tournament was expanded from 16 to 24 teams, it definitely give a lot of other teams the opportunity to showcase their skill and talent on the biggest stage, and it's definitely helping in terms of the development of African football. We see that in the Euros as well, where it's been an expansion, and it does, in a way, you might be against it at first, but it does more good than bad if you really think about it. And that could be the same for that 48-team World Cup that's coming up in 2026, and maybe every 2 years, where when you really think about it, it might not be a bad idea. At first, you're opposed to things like that, but afterwards, it's like the more the merrier. You know what I'm saying? You know, but that's not my verdict on the World Cup every 2 years, though, or the 48-team World Cup. I'm okay with the 48-team World Cup, but I don't know about the every 2 years thing right now. But if it happens, it happens. But look, going back to the game, Morocco under a lot of pressure, and I think they responded very, very well. If it wasn't for the Malawian goalkeeper, Tom, Morocco would have been 4-1 up at halftime, because there was a big save from Imran Louza at first, and then the Saiz onto the post. There was a Hakimi free kick save, and there was another chance. You know, there was a lot of chances that was saved by the goalkeeper, a couple double saves as well. So he really kept Malawi ahead, but that could have you know, only lasted for, you know, a certain amount of time once Morocco just kept coming, unrelenting stuff at the Malawian defense, and they folded in the first half, extra time there, where Yusuf Enezairi, the Sevilla man, leapt higher than his the defender and headed in at close range, where Tom, even though it looked as if he might have had that covered, he was too slow. So that was a very, very good goal, good delivery into the box, and good execution by Yusuf Enezairi. So at that point, Vahid Halidhodzic, I don't know why I always mess up his name, but he would have, you know, been a little bit calmer going into the second half. He gave his pep talk to come back out, and the Moroccans knew exactly what they needed to do. They came out, they executed their game plan very well. They were still threatening, but you know, Malawi in the game 1-1 always posed a threat on the counter. But throughout the game at that point, they didn't really have a lot of chances. A couple speculative shots by Mahango, where the first one was speculative and he got it into the back of the net. He had another one from a tight angle, and the chances were few and far in between. It was Morocco. Most of the game was played in Malawi's half of the field. So you got to give it to them for putting up that good defensive lower block and just keeping Morocco out for as long as they did. But I always say quality will prevail at the end of the day. And Ashraf Hakimi, oh my God, second free kick goal he has scored at the tournament. That one was a peach of a goal in the V, postage stamp, top bins golazo. That was a scrumptious free kick, and the PSG man puts Morocco into the quarterfinal and knocked Malawi out of the tournament. So the winner of this game, which is Morocco, will play the winner of the Ivory Coast Egypt match. If it's Egypt that go through, that'll be a big North African derby there. But I am going for the Ivory Coast. I think the Ivory Coast will get the better of the Pharaohs. The Elephants versus the Pharaohs. I'm going for the Elephants here. But look, the tournament has had its unpredictable nature, and you don't know where that one's gonna go. There's Mali versus Equatorial Guinea. Yeah, I remember today. That one's coming up tomorrow as well in another round of 16 doubleheader. Not played at the same time, but yeah, doubleheader nevertheless. And then we'll know the quarterfinalists, where so far we have Cameroon coming up against Gambia. We have am I gonna space on the semifinalists again? Am I gonna space on the Oh my God, man. But look, Senegal coming up against the winner of the Mali Equatorial Guinea game. So yeah, got that one out the way. The winner of the Ivory Coast Egypt game will play Morocco, and there's another one. I'm not remembering right now, but let's go again. I don't know why I always do that to myself. You know what I mean? 8 teams: Cameroon, Gambia. Then we got Burkina Faso coming up against, yeah, I remember that one, right? Tunisia, yeah, I think I got it now. And we got Ivory Coast or Egypt versus Morocco, and Senegal versus Mali or Equatorial Guinea. Yay, well done, Dom. well done. You're not that bad today. You're not that bad. But look, I think it was a good performance by Morocco, though. And they get into top gear as the tournament progressed. I think the attack was very good, and they were very unfortunate to concede that goal. That goal, you don't have any explanations for that goal, because no one would have thought that he would have taken a shot from way out. That was from quite a distance. It's getting kind of hot in here, though. Jesus Christ, no. Just let down the window and let the air in, though. But that building across the street is rather scary and airy, though. I think that was like a mental institution over there. That whole area is like a mental institution, man. You know what I'm saying? So, giving me some bad vibes, though. Some horror movie vibes. I better get away from here. I'm not liking the freaking vibe and the energy that this area is giving off right now, though. You see what I'm saying? But look, man, the AFCON is definitely heating up. I really like that the game was controversy free. And yet again, let's take some time to acknowledge the deaths at the Olympic Stadium. 8 people died and about 40 plus injured, and my heart goes out to the families and friends of those people, all of them. And let's hope that doesn't happen again, man, because you don't want to go to a football game and then not return. So my heart goes out to the people that perished there and their families. Let's take a moment of silence. All right, so congrats to Morocco again, and all the best in the next round where they play one of Ivory Coast or Egypt. Take your picks, guys. Let me know in the chat. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'd like to take the time to thank all the new subscribers. Guys, we have 50K on the horizon, man, and I'm really glad that the AFCON picked up, and we you know what I mean, a lot of people are catching on to the content as well. We got international football coming up this week. I'm gonna be a very, very busy man. I'm always busy. I'm always on the grind, though. I think, I'm always on the grind. But guys, look, I'm going on way too long. Thanks for tuning in to another one. Congratulations to Morocco. Hard luck to Malawi. It would have been a great story if Malawi had gone on to win, but the odds were always stacked up against them. So, guys, I'm your boy Dom. Like the video if you haven't yet done so. Subscribe if you're new. Let me know your thoughts down below. And until next time, peace out. Rich Squad. Peace. I think the reason why I got like extremely hot is this freaking Canada Goose cap, man. Damn. This is for the extreme weather, not for this mild thing that we have today. But I wanted to switch it up, and I did. I'm going to take it off. Take it off. Too hot. Way too hot.